Welcome to Getting Personal with Plant Medicine. I'm your host, Diana Crash, and you're not my co-host in this one.
Co-hosted another one, though.
Yes. I am joined today by my co-host on our sister podcast, Your Highness Podcast, also the producer of this show, JR.
How's it going, everybody? Nice seeing you again.
I'm glad that you're back.
I'm glad I'm back too. Now that we have the studio, I'm like, I'm gonna be on more of these.
I know. I mean, you have been on more, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
into
have
it.
been.
I'm
Yeah.
into it. I'm sure other people are into it as well because you're just a wealth of knowledge, and you're a joy to be around. So,
But thank you very much.
you're welcome. So this episode is a little bit of housekeeping and just a refresh in case you're new to the show or you're not. And we're also going to get into plant medicine, obviously.
On a small scale.
Yes.
A little,
It's a little
just a little boop.
little boop,
Yeah, a
little
boop.
highlight reel,
Yeah,
if you will.
if you will.
All right. So, first of all, if you have not checked out our Substack, we really implore you to, because that is where we're putting all of our content. We publish episodes of this on our Substack as well, because sometimes people don't like to use other platforms. I mean, it just gives an additional platform to listen to the episode on. But there's also articles, and we'll have guest posts coming up soon. We also recently had a review of this show, which was so amazing. I was just thrilled to hear from, I really know that I'm going to butcher his last name here, but Frank Rasiopi. Anyway, he has a Substack called Earworthy, and he just wrote a really great review of our show. And I talk about that on our Substack. But I also recommend checking out his Substack, Earworthy, because if you want to discover more quality podcasts like this one and our sister podcast, Your Highness Podcast, I'm saying podcast a lot, then try Earworthy to find more terrific podcasts. But seriously, though, if you search Earworthy on Substack, or search for Earworthy on Substack, you'll find an online publication that offers new podcast recommendations 5 times a week. And it specializes in highlighting independent podcasts like this one. And that's really important, because that's the only thing that keeps us going, is hearing back from you all and hearing from people who listen to the show, knowing that it's resonating in some kind of a way, and also knowing what doesn't, and so that we can kind of retool when necessary. So anyway, definitely check out Earworthy. I'll have the link in the show notes, but I highly recommend that, and I was very flattered to have us reviewed. I'm saying to have myself reviewed like it was me.
As they were reviewing me specifically,
Yeah.
I just felt glorious.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
And I apologize if I did not get your last name correctly, but I hardly ever do if I don't hear it already, Anyway.
Moving on.
So one of the other things that you'll see on our Substack, are our herb profiles. Herb or herb? That is the debate.
I naturally say herb, but I hear people say herb, and I want to be taken seriously. So I don't want people to just think that I'm just goofing around.
I mean, we are not herbalists, so.
We are not, by any means.
I mean, a little, by some means.
By some means.
Amateur.
Teeny means?
A little bit. We're like in the Pee-wee version of herbalism right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're up-and-comers, if you will.
What? No.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No.
That's a saying. Pretty sure it's a saying.
Okay, so anyway, we have herb profiles on our Substack, and
We do.
Let's talk about that a little bit more. You're the one who's writing these fantastical missives.
So the Herb Chronicles are primarily just like a fun happenings, of the growth of the actual herbs themselves. from just little baby seedlings to now they're getting quite large. But we do have like a very solid grouping going on right now. We're growing mugwort. That one actually has a strong roots in medieval witchcraft because it was used for female reproductive health. But it's used in a common day for still female reproductive health.
Which one?
Mugwort.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also kind of helps aid in digestion and blood pressure. But also keep in mind, don't use it when pregnant. And that can really be said for a lot of things. So really make sure that you're checking in with your doctor before you're just diving into some of these things if you are pregnant at the time. We're also growing some common sage, not to be confused with white sage. Common sage primarily used to consume and not to burn. That helps with oral health, memory and brain function, and also skin aging.
Side note about
Side
that.
note. All right.
Let's talk about what else is going to be on the Substack.
The kombucha?
The kombucha.
Yeah.
The kombucha trial and errors. We put sage in kombucha sometimes because it does help with focus. It's really great for mental clarity. And like you said, it is great for digestive health. But you combine that with kombucha,
forget about it. Forget about it.
Yeah.
We also have catnip.
Did you like how I added to that? I didn't. I just pretty much repeated what you said, but added kombucha.
Yeah. Perfect. It's perfect. I just love the stream of conscience. It's just amazing. I just love it. But we're also growing catnip, which not only makes your cats go bonkers wild and party down.
No, not ours. Our cats couldn't care less about it sometimes.
Yeah, but some cats. Most cats, just not our cats.
Our cats aren't.
No. No, they are not.
We shouldn't compare.
No, you're not supposed to compare your children with other people's children. And the cats they weren't our first children because that was Sprout, our dog. They're like the middle, and they act like middle children too.
Yes, they do.
So
all right, we don't want to offend any middle children that are listening.
Oh yeah, get canceled by middle children of the world.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we have the catnip, helps improve relaxation, helps ease anxiety. We're rocking out some wormwood.
You know what? You can also smoke catnip. You can put that in a blend. I'm just going to start telling you how you
That's
can.
Cool.
I'm going to add to what you're saying by saying
like
how
those,
you can.
The TikToks. Where it's like me picture here,
I'm stitching.
you picture here.
Yes,
stitching is that what it's called? You're stitching my.
Or stitching.
I don't know. I don't got one TikTok.
I do.
I just
I
listen
have
to
never
you
been
talk
able
about
to
it.
stitch anybody.
Well, you're stitching me now. So this is.
This is what happens when you go down a lot of TikTok rabbit holes.
Can we just explain real quick that prior to filming this and recording this, Diana drank some kombucha that may have fermented for a little too long. So.
Yes. So I'm just going to interject with how you can add these herbs to your life. And I just think it's really interesting because I have a little funny story.
Let's hear your funny story.
I used to work at a pet store in high school.
That's hilarious.
No, but this coworker / friend of mine at the time would sell the raw catnip to the younger kids and tell them that it was cannabis. And they would be like, oh man, I got high from that. And she would make fun of them about it. But now that I know what I know about catnip and how humans, can consume it, they probably did get a little elevated.
I mean, it's like the more you know, the more you learn. It's like it's like your grandmother told you that one time. She was like,
smoked hemp,
and you're like,
who smoked
okay.
hemp?
And now here we are in
I know.
2024,
and I'm smoking hemp. Smoke too much.
Too much.
Are you looking for a better way to offer cashless payments and increase customer loyalty at your dispensary?
Meet Spender. Spender not only provides reliable, secure, cashless payments, but also highlights your deals to recent shoppers to ensure they keep coming back for more. Your customers will love paying for free with their phones and earning Spender-funded rewards. Plus, you'll enjoy the risk-free 90-day money-back guarantee with no long-term contracts. Spender seamlessly integrates with your existing dispensary tablets through our browser-based merchant platform. No new hardware to install. Spender is also non-exclusive, so you can offer it alongside other payment methods to give your customers more ways to pay and earn rewards. Join over 50 dispensaries already using Spender. Getting started is easy and it takes just a few days, not months. No more fees, no more ATM lines, just rewards for buying their favorite products. Ready to join? Visit spender.com/business to learn more. That's spender.com/business.
All right, moving on. We got wormwood, which is
I'm not going to add to that one.
classically added to absinthe. But
Oh,
also,
yes.
yes, absolutely.
Absinthe.
You love absinthe, yes. If you've never had it with wormwood in it, though, you just like
No.
classic absinthe. That can help reduce pain, again, help with digestion, and actually help with skin infections.
Oh, actually? Really?
Actually, indeed. We got some St. John's wort growing. Got anything there?
I mean, I've been wanting to try it for years, but St. John's wort interacts with birth control, and I was taking it for a long time, so I had to shy away from it. But I'm excited to try.
I mean, to
Try it out.
Now you can try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helps with nerve pain, which is good for you. Anxiety and then body
Like in
tension.
a topical way or topically?
Perhaps.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Perhaps, yeah.
That'd be interesting.
We got some echinacea. Yeah. Sing it. Sing that echinacea
Echinacea
song.
is great.
Yeah, it helps boost immune functions. Relieves pain.
Wait, what? Echinacea can relieve pain?
It can be, yeah. Helps. And it helps promote the reduction of inflammation.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, we're about to experience it a little bit while we play around with it after it's fully grown and ready to harvest. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we're also growing all of these herbs. I don't know if we ever said that, but
Well, that was part
you'll
of
know
the-
that in the herb profiles.
Well, I said that
The Chronicles.
I did say that we were growing.
Okay.
We got some butterfly pea. That's going to help with skin health, improve cognitive function. It can be an appetite suppressant. It also helps boost libido if that's an issue. And rounding it all off, we have lemon balm, which is quite nice. Helps reduce stress and anxiety, promotes sleep, and it'll actually improve your appetite, unlike the butterfly pea.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lemon balm is also great for like a simmer pot. You
Yes.
know, if you're using it in a kitchen witch kind of a way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also great for any kind of topicals.
Yeah. All things that we will be playing around with and exploring further as we move on through the series. We'll be bringing people that are a little bit more experts at this realm than us to go over their stories and the benefits of these herbs and more. You know, we're really working on broadening our view of earth health, earth medicine, beyond just the scope that is generally thought of.
Yes. We'll be doing things with drinks. We'll be doing things with hair. We're looking at it holistically, and we'll be providing a lot of content around that. So one of those things that we're going to be doing this season, we're going to be adding more content than ever before. And one of those things is that there are a few articles I've written over the years about various ways that cannabis intersects with, and not just cannabis, kratom, other types of plant medicine, intersect with our lives, like in a custodial way, you know, people having the custody of their their child interrupted because of even CBD use, things like that. These articles don't really have a place to live right now because these publications shut down. So anyway, this is a really long way to say that we'll be having some bonus episodes where those articles will be read by someone other than me because I cannot read my own work out loud. But they're just short little bonus episodes. Like they hover under 10 minutes usually. And they're just little, added bits of knowledge.
Bits of fun.
But I'm still writing about these things, and I am trying to kind of tie it all together more so. So with that, we'll have these episodes, and they're bonus episodes, so that's how they'll appear in the feed. We'll also be continuing our Talking to Kids series. So we will have a lot more discussions around things like harm reduction, drug education, substance education, all of these, not just like how kids are talking about it in school. We're going to be looking at it in a lot of different ways. And we don't have, a fast and ready answer for that, the how to talk to kids. There is no perfect answer, but the point of the series is just trying to figure out new ways to have these conversations.
Yeah. Talking to kids is much like plant medicine in and of itself. It needs to be individualized. No two conversations are going to be the same, just like two people taking one form of plant medicine isn't going to interact in their body the same exact way. So it's all fluid, and primarily focusing on different styles that you can look at just because no style is going to be perfect.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. I think that's pretty much it for this.
Yeah,
this little
this
bonus
was a quick
episode
one.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, is that our sign off? Because the people listening, not watching, they just hear weird clicks.
Yes, that's right. So
to those listening and not watching, we're pointing finger guns at each other.
And clicking.
And clicking.
No. That's not a good sign off.
No. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Thank you very much. I'll cut that out.
This podcast has been a product of Your Highness Media. Each episode is written, produced, and edited by Your Highness Media. Thank you for listening.